I've always believed every home needs at least one plant that just gets you. The kind that doesn't throw a fit if you forget to water it once in a while. And honestly, you don't need rare jungle collectibles to make your place feel alive. Sometimes the most common houseplants are the ones that bring the most comfort. These are the plants you'll see in cozy apartments, busy offices, and family kitchens across America, and there's a reason they've stuck around for generations. They clean your air, boost your mood, and somehow make a room feel a little more thoughtful without trying. So today, we're getting into the houseplants that are easy to love, easy to care for, and perfect for real-life people with real-life schedules. No fancy plant cabinets, no humidifiers running 24 hours, just simple, reliable greenery. Let's jump into the plants that actually fit into everyday homes and make them better. Spider plants are one of those houseplants that quietly earn their spot in your home, because they just perform without needing a lot from you. They've been tested in NASA's clean air studies, removing pollutants like formaldehyde with surprising efficiency for such a low-maintenance plant, and that alone makes them perfect for busy homes. What I love most is how adaptable they are. Bright light, medium light, even that slightly forgotten corner above your bookshelf, they'll still push out those long arching leaves and tiny baby offshoots like they're showing off. And if you're the type who forgets watering day, no stress. Spider plants hold moisture in their roots and bounce back fast, making them a favorite for first-time plant parents. Plus, those little spiderettes they produce aren't just cute, they're basically free new plants, which is why so many households pass them down like traditions. Moth orchids bring a clean, elegant look to any room, and what surprises most people is how beginner-friendly they actually are. These plants naturally grow on trees in Southeast Asia, which is why they thrive on bright, indirect light and only need a good soak about once a week. No constant fussing. Studies show orchids can bloom for up to 3 months at a time, far longer than most common houseplants, making them one of the best long-lasting decor upgrades you can add to your home. And once their blooms drop, they aren't dead. They're just resetting for their next cycle, usually sparked by a slight temperature drop at night. That's why so many Americans keep them on kitchen counters or windowsills. Low effort, high reward, and a touch of hotel lobby luxury right at home. Bird's nest ferns add that soft tropical touch to your home, without demanding the rainforest conditions people assume. Their curled bright green fronds naturally grow from a tight center rosette, which gives them that nest-like shape, and makes them perfect for shelves, bathroom corners, or any spot with steady indirect light. What makes them great for real homes is how well they handle average humidity. Research shows they tolerate 40 to 60% humidity, which is exactly what most American households already have. Watering is simple too. Keep the soil lightly moist but never pour water directly into the center, since that nest is where new fronds form. And here's the cool part. These ferns are known to boost indoor humidity slightly around themselves, creating a fresher microclimate that makes your space feel more alive. Pothos is one of those plants that just fits into every home because it grows fast, stays unfussy, and instantly makes any room feel more put together. It's been highlighted in several indoor air studies for its ability to reduce common pollutants like benzene and xylene, which is pretty impressive for a plant that can survive on as little as a weekly watering. What really makes Pothos perfect for real-life households is its adaptability. Bright light, medium light, even low-light apartments. It keeps trailing, climbing, and putting out new leaves like it's on a mission. Most people love how effortless it is to propagate too. Just snip a vine, drop it in water, and you've got roots in a couple of weeks, making it one of the most shared houseplants across the country. And whether you hang it, shelf it, or train it along a wall, Pothos brings that relaxed, lived-in greenery vibe without asking for anything fancy in return. Tradescantia brings a bold splash of color to everyday homes with those striped purple and green leaves, and what's great is how tough it actually is behind that flashy look. This plant grows fast, sometimes inches in a single week, and handles everything from bright indirect light to partial shade, making it perfect for shelves, desks, or that window you're not sure what to do with. Most varieties only need watering once the top inch of soil dries out, and they bounce back quickly if you miss a day, because their stems store a good amount of moisture. What surprises a lot of people is that Tradescantia naturally trails and spreads in the wild, so when it starts cascading down your shelf at home, that's just its natural personality kicking in. And here's a fun fact. The deeper the light, the richer the purple tones get, which is why folks love placing these in brighter rooms where the color really pops. Watermelon Peperomia is one of those plants that instantly grabs attention with its silver-striped leaves that look just like the rind of a miniature watermelon. But what makes it perfect for real homes is how compact and easygoing it actually is. It thrives in medium to bright indirect light, and only needs watering when the top couple of inches of soil dry out, thanks to its thick, succulent-like stems that store moisture. Most people are surprised to learn it stays small, usually under a foot tall, making it ideal for desks, kitchen counters, or shelves where you want something pretty but not oversized. And here's the charming part. Its tiny, tail-like flower spikes aren't grown for beauty, but they're a sign your plant is genuinely happy in your space, which always feels like a little victory for any plant parent. String of pearls is one of those plants that looks delicate at first glance, but once you understand its rhythm, it becomes one of the easiest and most rewarding houseplants to keep. Those little bead-like leaves aren't just for show. They actually store water, which is why this plant only needs a good drink every 2 to 3 weeks, and prefers bright light that mimics the sunny conditions of its native South African habitat. It trails fast too, sometimes growing several inches in a month when it's happy, making it perfect for hanging planters or high shelves, where the strands can spill down naturally. And here's the fun part. When it gets plenty of sunlight, the pearls slightly flatten, a sign they're absorbing energy. Plus, with enough light, it can even produce tiny cinnamon-scented white flowers that most people don't expect from a houseplant that looks this modern and sculptural. English ivy brings that classic old-world charm into your home, but what makes it truly perfect for everyday spaces is how hard-working and adaptable it is. It's been featured in multiple indoor air studies for its ability to reduce airborne mold and common toxins, which is why a lot of people keep it near windows, entryways, or spots that feel a little stuffy. It grows quickly in bright, indirect light and stays compact if you trim it, or you can let it trail elegantly along shelves and walls. Its vines naturally cling and cascade, just like they do outdoors. Watering is simple. Keep the soil slightly moist but never soggy, and it rewards you with steady new growth all year long. And here's the cool part. English ivy's variegation becomes more pronounced in brighter light, so when those creamy white edges start popping, you know it's really settling into your home. Jade plant is one of those houseplants that feels almost symbolic. Thick, glossy leaves, sturdy branches, and a slow, steady growth habit that makes it perfect for real homes, where you want something reliable, not dramatic. It naturally stores water in its plump leaves, which is why it only needs a deep drink every couple of weeks, and prefers bright light that mimics its South African origins. People love keeping it near windows or sunny spots because it grows into a miniature tree over time. And studies even show succulents like jade can help improve indoor humidity balance in drier homes. What makes it even cooler is that a healthy jade can live for decades, sometimes getting passed down through families. And in brighter light, those leaf tips take on a soft red tint that feels like a little reward for giving it the right conditions. Kalanchoe is one of those houseplants that surprises people with how tough and cheerful it is at the same time, thanks to its thick, water-storing leaves and long-lasting clusters of bright flowers. It thrives in bright, indirect light and only needs watering every 1 to 2 weeks, making it perfect for homes where you want color without constant care. This plant actually comes from dry, rocky regions of Madagascar, which is why it handles mist waterings like a champ and grows steadily, even in average indoor conditions. And here's a fun detail most folks don't know. Kalanchoe blooms can last up to 8 full weeks indoors, far longer than many common flowering houseplants, which makes it a favorite in American households for adding a pop of color that sticks around. Haworthia is one of those compact, no-nonsense succulents that fits perfectly into real homes because it looks sharp but barely asks for anything in return. Its thick, patterned leaves naturally store water, which is why it only needs a drink every 2 to 3 weeks and can handle everything from bright, indirect light to a lightly shaded shelf. It grows slowly and stays small, usually under 5 inches, making it ideal for desks, windowsills and spots where you want greenery without taking up real estate. What really makes it great for everyday households is its resilience. Studies show succulents like Haworthia help maintain balanced indoor humidity, and the plant structure protects it from overwatering better than most. And if you give it just a bit more light, those white stripes and raised ridges pop beautifully, turning this tiny plant into a modern sculptural accent piece. Pilea, often called the friendship plant, brings a bright, cheerful vibe to any room with its round, coin-shaped leaves that look like little green saucers catching the light. What makes it perfect for everyday homes is how easy it is to care for. Medium to bright, indirect light, watering once the top inch of soil dries, and it just keeps pushing out new leaves like it's showing off. This plant grows fast and produces lots of pups around its base, which is why people love gifting them to friends and family, hence the nickname. And here's a fun detail. Those leaves subtly move throughout the day, adjusting toward light, like tiny solar panels, giving your space a bit of quiet, gentle movement you don't notice until you've lived with it. Duncane plant brings that bold tropical vibe into your home with its big patterned leaves, but what really makes it perfect for everyday living is how forgiving it is once you understand its rhythm. It thrives in medium to bright, indirect light, and needs watering only when the top couple of inches of soil dry out, thanks to its thick stems that naturally store moisture. This plant grows steadily, sometimes a foot or more in a year, and adapts well to typical household humidity, which is why it's been a go-to for American homes and offices for decades. And here's something interesting. The variegation on its leaves becomes more vibrant in brighter light, giving you a little visual reminder that it's comfortable in your space and ready to keep growing strong. Peace lily is one of those houseplants that immediately makes your home feel calmer. And what people love most is how naturally in tune it is with indoor living. It thrives in medium to low indirect light, perfect for living rooms, bedrooms or spots where most plants would sulk, and only needs watering when the top inch of soil dries out. What really sets it apart is its performance. Peace lilies are repeatedly highlighted in indoor air studies for removing pollutants like benzene and trichloroethylene, making them a smart pick for everyday homes. They also communicate clearly. The leaves gently droop when thirsty, then perk right back up within hours of watering, which makes them one of the easiest plants for beginners to read. And here's the charming part. With steady light, they'll produce those elegant white blooms several times a year, bringing a soft, peaceful touch to any room they're in. Air plants are one of the easiest and most fascinating houseplants to keep at home, because they don't even need soil to thrive. They pull moisture and nutrients straight from the air through their leaves. They do best in bright, indirect light and only need a quick soak for about 20 to 30 minutes once a week, making them perfect for shelves, terrariums, or hanging displays where traditional potted plants wouldn't work. These little guys naturally grow on trees in Central and South America, which is why they appreciate good airflow and dry out quickly after watering. And here's the fun part. When they're really happy, some varieties produce vibrant neon-colored blooms that last for weeks, a surprising pop of color from a plant that seems almost too simple to put on a show. And that wraps up our list of common houseplants that actually make your home feel cozier, cleaner, and a whole lot more alive, without demanding a ton of effort. If you found a plant here that feels like the right fit for your space, go ahead and give it a shot. Half the fun is watching these little guys settle in and start thriving. And hey, if you enjoyed hanging out with me today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and leave a comment about which plant you're bringing home next. It really helps the channel grow, and I always love hearing what you're adding to your collection. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.